Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mohammad Asim. I'm working as DevOps engineer. This is the third part of our Kubernetes deployment or Kubernetes CI/CD through Jenkins. So I've set up my Cloud Elegant EKS cluster. In my past video, I've showed you guys how you can set up this, and let me log in and show you the Jenkins container we have deployed, and along with that Nginx. So we have covered the Nginx setup and Jenkins HTTPS setup. So let me show you that as well. So in past I used domains@clanmushtak.com. So now I'm using jenkins.cloudalegend.com. The concept is obviously the same. So let me log in into the machine and let me show you that how to set up the remaining deployment. Okay, so let me show you the container as well. So guys, okay, so do just a minute. Okay, let me show you the containers. What the two containers we have deployed in past. The one is of Jenkins and the other is of Nginx. So let me show you the if I do docker exec interactive into the Jenkins. So okay, I need a bash shell in it. So let me show you that this part we have got Jenkins container, and in this container we have mounted the sockets for Docker. So while we have mounted it, we will be able to see uh, and able to run the Docker command from inside the Jenkins container. Okay, this is one part. So engine is X is deployed. Now we are moving to the third part, which is of the software requirement needed in this particular Jenkins container. So I've created a bash script for that. In this, you have to simply, if I go to the root and if I navigate to the scripts, okay, script directory, let me show you that we have a key pair and encrypts .sh. So we can, I've already used the script, so uh, let me show you that how you can use that. Let's say let's call this script as I'm inside the Jenkins container, so let's call this packages. All this code and stuff I will provide you after the Kubernetes section is finished. So this is the demo repository which is in GitLab. You can use any repository on GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket, anything you want. Okay, so simply I'm gonna copy this and paste the script here. Okay, I have to copy the script as well, all part. So I'm gonna paste it here. So this is the script. So this will set up. Let me show you the script as well. What it is going to install automatically. I mean, you don't have to do the stuff manually. Okay, this will install the Terraform inside the Jenkins Docker container. This will install the AWS CLI inside the Jenkins container. kubectl required. It will set up there. ekctl is also requirement. So instead of creating a cluster from outside, I'm gonna use the EKCTL utility inside the uh, Jenkins container, which I've already shown you guys in past. So simply do chmod plus X. Although these packages I've already installed, just for the sake of demonstration, I'm showing you that uh, uh, these will install this. Some of the warnings you are showing, it is just, I mean, with regard to the AWS CLA version, it's nothing to do. So it's not really, uh, which causes the effect. So it is going to install all these packages. So as you see, everything is there. I've included the yum as well, so it's spitting out an error. So it doesn't really matter because this is Jenkins container used the Ubuntu, so that's why it shows the error. So if I use the Terraform, you see, I'm able to use the Terraform inside it. And if I do EKS CTL utility is there. What else? AWS version. And this is the, I guess, latest version, 1.18, and kubectl. So all this is the requirement inside the Jenkins container. So I've done already used the AWS configure, provided the keys, pro pragmatic keys, which include the secret access key and secret access key. So that's all done, and let me show you the demo repository as well. If I navigate to this section, this is my GitLab. This is the demo environment. So this is my private repository. Let me show you the parts of this. So if I navigate to this demo.cloudallegend.com, so in this lab, we are going to deploy the MariaDB, Bitnami MariaDB persistent volume stateful set in Kubernetes. So all it is going to be definitely all going to be automated. So this is our Jenkins pipeline. Uh, I guess it is the most simplest pipeline written ever. So and this is the declarative pipeline. So it is very simple. I mean, you can use the bash script as I've used it, and let me tell you about the environment very well. I've created as I'm going to demonstrate regarding the database creation and the persistent volume. So these are the database directory which is inside our environment. I mean Kubernetes database. If I show you that we have Kubernetes directory, and this is the inside Kubernetes we have database scripts and WordPress. So if I navigate to database, so we have all this stuff in the we are going to deploy automatically all the stuff in the uh, our MariaDB database folder or directory. So let me show you the parts of this directory. First, let me finish the Jenkins file section. So stage one is building an image for Cloud Legend WordPress. So it is in the pending state. So in this, I'm going to show you that I do use the some basic commands for you guys to understand how the pipeline really works. Declarative pipeline, it is a bash scripts. You see, I mean, it's bash commands. So echo $pwd, who am I, and this sort of stuff. So you will able to understand how you can easily use the declarative pipeline if you don't know the Groovy code and anything else code. I mean, so uh, these are the basic commands. I'm going to install package on Jenkins, so it will echo. I will show you the output of that as well. So I have to update and upgrade install these packages. These packages are going to be installed on the Jenkins container because we this Jenkins uh, this Jenkins, let me show you that this Jenkins is running, I have showed you guys, inside the Jenkins container. So all these packages are going to be installed that Jenkins container. So just I'm checking the internet connectivity. I'm going to send ping ICMP packet to google.com, and three of them I'm going to set and check whether the internet is working fine or not. So then I'm going to install the latest AWS CTLI, although I've already installed via the script, but I'm using the AWS CLI script. Let me show you that if I go to the packages directory is actually an environment variable which navigate to Kubernetes scripts. This is the Kubernetes. If I navigate to this, in Kubernetes we have scripts, and in scripts we have AWS CLI, and this is the CLI. Although I installed the every packages, but for just the sake of demonstration, it will update the existing packages. So inside the Jenkins container, although packages are available, but if there is an update, it will update those packages. So this part is done. Hopefully you understand that. So I'm going to output those the same command which I've showed you just a moment ago. So this is the main stage. First, we are working on this, and then later on, and later videos, I will show you the stage one, which is of building an image for Cloud Legend WordPress. So in this, let me show you that creating a database for Cloud Legend WordPress. So what I'm going to do is to create a database for Cloud Legend, and I'm going to do this um in automated way. Like I'm going to echo the MariaDB environment. So what is MariaDB environment? Okay, MariaDB environment. If I navigate back to this section, let me show you that. Okay, MariaDB. We are in the Kubernetes database. We should navigate to the MariaDB environment is the file in which our credentials are stored. So uh, let me show you that why I've showed you this. We are going to use the KMS encryption and decryption mechanism. The why we are using this, because let's say we are a team of two or three developers or 5 or 10 developers. So if I want to store my credential in the repository, I don't want to leak those credentials. So what I have done, I've stored these credential in the form of variables, and these variables are going to be decrypted by our KMS key, which I've created in my US East 1 region. So this is the Jenkins, and this is the alias for our key. I've named this Jenkins. This is the key ID, and this key is going to be used for encryption, decryption. The idea behind that is that we should use the KMS, in fact, AWS feature of KMS encryption, because it is very powerful feature. I mean, if you don't have to manage the key. For example, if one developer has the key, and let's say he used the git crypt for encryption, decryption, and he lost the key or he took the key with him. So what we will do uh, if we don't have the key to decrypt certain file, or certain environment variables. So instead of that, the best and the right idea is that you should use the KMS encryption decryption feature and make this file available for everyone. For instance, let's say a MariaDB environment file is available for other developers. What can you tell me the password of MariaDB root password? It is absolutely clueless because it is stored on my server on this location root secrets MariaDB. Let me show you that as well. So even if I care the contents of this, let me navigate to this and let me go to this is that we are inside the Jenkins container. Let me very clear to you so you guys have sometimes it is getting confusing, but it is really awesome to use Jenkins container, Docker container. So we if I go to cd secrets and let me get the content of MariaDB root password. So this is all you get, MariaDB root password. So this is my MariaDB root password. Do you have any clue what is the password? So no one else, because it is totally encrypted using the KMS encryption and encryption algorithm. So okay, and if I do ls, similar stuff is for the MariaDB database name, which given the name. This is the MariaDB database name. So you don't have any idea about it. So what is it? So it is going to be decrypted. For the encryption decryption mechanism, I have created a script, but that will be for the next video. How the KMS decryption work, which is going to be for our setup. But this decryption is going to be used by the Kubernetes automated deployment of Jenkins. So what I'm gonna do that it is gonna fetch the repository which I've shown you, this repository. So you have any don't have any clue about our the passwords we used. Uh, Even I showed you guys in the next video what are the passwords. So it is just demo environment. So the idea behind is that you're totally safe. You are working in a proper safe environment along with the decrypted MariaDB environment. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna build a pipeline. As I've shown you, let me go to the Kubernetes section and go to the navigate to database. So this is the MariaDB environment I've shown you. And if I let me finish the Jenkins file, okay. So where we were, okay. So it is going to echo the environment variables. It will output in the Jenkins output section, which I've showed you, and I will cat out the environment variables. So I'm gonna use the script create MariaDB credentials. So let me now navigate to this script. This is the create MariaDB credential. So okay. So this is the bash script which is going to be executed. Our pipeline, what we are doing that make it executable, and it is going to be run by Jenkins or in an automated fashion. Okay, so this is the script. I will not demonstrate each of the stuff. So what it does actually, it create environment variables like MariaDB root password. As I've shown you, MariaDB root password is stored in the MariaDB underscore env file in this file in encrypted fashion. So that is going to be decrypted by the KMS key. So this is the MariaDB database name, actually MariaDB database user, MariaDB password. Okay. So okay, this part is done. I'm going to apply the YAML file. Okay. Okay, then I'm going to apply, this is the database directory as I've shown you. This is the database directory, and environment variable is set for the database Kubernetes database. Okay, so what we are going to do in this step is deploy the MariaDB YAML file. So let me show you that this is the MariaDB YAML file. I will try to make sure that you will have at least a rough idea what we are going to do in this video. So I think it is the most simplest encrypted secure pipeline in which we will deploy the uh, our database. So okay, this is the MariaDB YAML file. We are going to use the stateful set, and in future I have decided to create some Kubernetes videos and other CI/CD videos. So and those are going to be a series of videos. So I will demonstrate all this stuff. So even you have little idea about the Kubernetes, what is stateful set. So for the sake of the video length, I'm not going to describe all this, but just for brief, it is going to for the database. Uh, we are going to use stateful set for our database, MariaDB database, and we are going to use the Bitnami MariaDB latest image. And these are the environment variables we have set. MariaDB root passwords, value from secret key reference, which I've showed you guys uh, in the key. This is the uh, name, and this is the key. I mean, key and value, just like you use in AWS. So these are the environment variables set here, and we are going to use the port 3 default port of database 3306, and these are the CPU and memory restriction. You can change that, or you can just completely remove that. And this is the demo, so I've set up all these volume mounts, automated way, MariaDB persistent storage. The mount path is the default in the Bitnami, and these are the default setting. I mean, it is if you use the Docker, you have idea about it. Let me show you that why I'm getting all this information. If I do Docker Hub Bitnami, what I'm using, MariaDB, okay. It is really important. I should transfer the good knowledge, so you able to not just blindly follow my videos. You should be able to deploy. This is the Docker Hub MariaDB official images, so it is not from my side. So you can read all the documentation, and let me show you that these are the environment variables. So why we are using the environment variables, with the help of environment variables we will be automatically create the database and set the password for that particular database. We are going to create the user by using these by using these environment variables, instead of just simply creating the database or manually creating the database and creating the user. We are just going to use environment variables as provided by these Bitnami official images. So this is the documentation for your sake of knowledge, and I will try to make sure I provide the link as well. So this is the stuff we are going to use in our Kubernetes deployment. which what I have exactly done. So we are using the AWS EKS Elastic Kubernetes service, which is I find it very awesome and very great uh, for your Kubernetes setup, and it is very easy. If you saw my videos, these there are few commands you can set up and simply copy paste these YAML files, or just I will provide the this this repository. So you simply have to clone this and uh, create your own Jenkins uh, Jenkins pipeline with that. So uh, um, we are not going to use the Ingress. Definitely, this is the database, and it is not available outside from our cluster. So it will be available inside our cluster, which is going to use by the WordPress web, which are going to which we will deploy in later videos. So this is the database part, and let me now tell you the about our this is the basic. I mean, what I've done here is absolutely nothing. Just uh, go to the new item, create a pipeline, and in pipeline uh, simply if I do configure, go to configure, set up your SSH keys inside your Jenkins container, and Jenkins container. Let me show you that as well. Let me go navigate to root. Okay, if I do ls-a, this is the care.ssh. Okay, oh sorry, ls I should say. This is the directory. So this is the private and public key I've used, which I'm going to use for my repository for the trigger. If I go to the advanced section, so you see this is the private repository, and this is the key uh, which I'm going to use for this for the for the pulling of the repository, which is going to be pulled by Jenkins. So what I'm gonna do now, let me show you this our two EC2 instance, which is of worker nodes are running. So let me build the repository, and let me go to the volume sections. So you will find only two volumes which are attached to the two EC2 instances. So I'm going to create the stateful set, and let me navigate to that as well. Okay, okay, databases, database, and we are going to use the persistent volume. This is the storage YAML which we are going to create. It will create an EBS volume of 10 gigs. Let me show you that where I put the 10 gigs uh, value. So it is going to be an immediate volume bind, and it is going to use the GP2 with general purpose SSD. Uh, this is the annotation we have used, and provisioner Kubernetes IO AWS EBS. This is storage class, and if I go back, let me go to the Kubernetes. Yeah, this is the database. So in the MariaDB, if I open the MariaDB YAML file, if I navigate to the database section, this is the path here we're going to uh, claim our 10 gigs of storage volume, and it is the read write advance, and it is going to be persistent. So let me build the trigger. Although I've put the SEM set to start or star 5 star, which is going to uh, you know poll after every 1 minute, but um um, if I do commit any changes to this repository which I'm demo which I'm showing you guys. So, but I'm not going to do any commits. So I'm going to build it manually just to make sure that I've shown you guys the output of an automated deployment. Currently, if I show you guys kubectl get port, I'm still inside the Jenkins container. So we have no pods in the default space, and I'm going to use the default space. If I navigate to this 65 number build console output, so everything is going to be automatically deployed. So we are using the same stuff as I've shown you in my Jenkins file, and it is using that. So this is using my workspace and everything stuff, and it is installing the packages. I've shown you guys that it is going to ping, check the internet connectivity section automatically, three pings there. And then I'm installing the AWS CLI. It gave me some warning as well. Yum, you see, it gives this because it is the apt. So I'm using Yum as well, so it doesn't really matter. This is the AWS version, AWS CLI version, and now it is also showing me the EKCTL version, and uh, now we are creating the database for Cloud Agent WordPress. So this is the MariaDB root password. So I'm echoing it to our console output. So uh, anyone, if you send this output to anyone, he don't have any clue about the password because it is totally encrypted format. So and it is going to be decrypted by the KMS automatically. So you see, I'm applying the Kubernetes MariaDB YAML file which I've shown you guys. Now I'm using here the Kubernetes and database storage YAML. So container is creating. If I run the same command kubectl get pods, you will be able to see one pod here. So and it is the stateful set. If I do kubectl get stateful sets, or okay, stateful, sorry, stateful sets. Okay, this is the stateful set, and let me navigate to my volume section. You see only two volume. If I just refresh it, you will be able to see the 10 gigs volume is created and it is in use, it is mounted. If I do kubectl get pvc, you will see that volume is mounted and bound, and get pv, this is the persistent volume of 10 gigs. So now it's time to check whether I'm able to access my database, which is this one, which I've created from the environment variables. Let me go to this section, okay, database, and I'm going to access this database, which is I define in the MariaDB environment, and database name is absolutely hidden. You don't have any idea what is the database name. Even I have forgot it. I might pause the video, but yeah, okay, I know. Yeah, fine. I remember now. kubectl. I'm going to access this database. kubectl. I'm inside the Jenkins container, so I am the administrator. So I have the password and privileges to access this database. So no one is able to access this except me. Kubectl get pod. So this is the pod we are going to access. So in the default namespace kubectl exec I'm going to use the default namespace. Okay, I'm going to use interactive, and I'm going to use the bash inside this pod. Okay, I'm inside the container. So if I do, I'm going to log in into this particular. So if I do MySQL, uh, okay, MySQL dash login. Let me show you the command as well. Just a minute, please. So guys, I'm inside the pod, and I'm going to use the host, which is local host 127.0.0 loopback address, and I'm going to use the user, um, and the user is also in fact hidden, but I'm going to now uh, just only show you guys the what is the actual user. Let me first navigate to this, because the video is for the demonstration purposes. I am intentionally not showing you every command or the actual password, which I will be showing you in the next video. What are the actual password and the username? But the username, I'm going to show you that the MariaDB user which I've set is my own name, and it is going to be asim.arai, which is my cast. So user is asim.arai, and the password I'm not going to show you guys. So it is going to ask me about the password. I put the password. Let's see. I'm able to log in that MariaDB container. Okay, and okay, let me show you databases. So we should be able to see the Bitnami WordPress database, which is actually also hidden. I'm not showing you guys the name. What is the name of that MariaDB database? I've set up this name, which now I'm exposing with you guys, but password is for the later videos. Okay, and let me also use -d to make sure that can I directly log into this particular database, because all is encrypted, and I'm going to provide the password. So see guys, I'm able to successfully log in the Bitnami WordPress database. So that's it from my side. This is the automated deployment as far as the section or the stage, you can say, is concerned. And let me navigate to the Jenkins, and this part is done. If I go to the this creating, this is pending, because I'm just echoing it some installing package, but this is creating database for Cloud Agent WordPress. So it is automatically created in an automated fashion. And if you want to see the only logs of this particular stage, you can see those as well. So that's it from my side as far as the automated deployment and encrypted deployment using the KMS EKS section of the database. In the later videos, I will show you guys the remaining parts of this architecture. Hopefully you like this video. Just I want to share you one thing, that I'm not really satisfied with you guys as far as the sharing of the videos are concerned. Please like and share this video as much as as you can, please subscribe and like, because this enables me to create more and more videos. And because to be really honest, it is really hard to, for me to, some take extra bit of effort for after my work. I do make videos as well for you guys. So please make sure that you subscribe my channel and share as well. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.